Hey there. Welcome into the Ben Maynard program. Thanks for being here. It's been a little bit, right? Yeah. It's been a couple of weeks. So, let's get into this. All right. But before we do that, before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping first. All right. Deal? As you guys know, this program is available wherever you get your podcasts. No matter where it is, no matter what streaming service you use, just search the Ben Maynard program. Boom, it's right there. But subscribe to it, download it, share it with your people. All right. Share it with your family and friends. And then you guys can give me a 5-star rating too. But if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for doing that. I greatly appreciate it. Again, subscribe to the channel. I need the subscribers. I didn't hit my goal for the end of 2025. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You'll get notifications, of course, every time a new episode publishes. Then give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. All right. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram. Simply Ben Maynard Program, all one word, or where I'm a little bit more active, you can follow me on the TikTok, and that is the Ben Maynard Program. All right. So there are plenty of ways to take in this show for your dancing and listening pleasure. And like I said, it's been a couple of weeks, not by design. That is for sure. I was trying to get this episode, been trying to get this episode out for a week, but things happen. If you guys watched the last episode of the year, that was with my good buddies, my good friends, Pepper Ann and Larry Reedy. We had a blast. Just discussion. We're talking about family, talking about friends, talking about just, us doing what it is that we do and that type of thing. But I was a little under the weather at that time, and I've been under the weather for, since before Thanksgiving. So it's been a while. And last week was no different. So I rang in the new year lying in bed. It hit me pretty good. I had to work, and I worked last week, and I worked Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, and I wasn't feeling it from the beginning, but I knew I had to do it, and I was like, okay, I gotta suck it up. And I know if I work Wednesday night, I'll have all day Thursday, and I don't have to go back to work till Friday night. So it'll be better than a day and a half. And so I thought, okay, that's cool. I can handle it. So I sucked it up, went to work on Wednesday, and just barely made it through my shift. Just barely made it. And of course, it was the longest night. It was a 14-hour day or night, however you want to look at it. And I'm running a fever and all kinds of stuff, and just wasn't feeling it. So I came home, went to bed, and I was in bed for nearly 2 days. I'm okay. Still got some phlegm. I don't know what it is, but no, but I'm doing all right. So thanks for your concern. I appreciate it. But we're all right. It's all good. But I'm back by popular demand, right? So, it's kind of too late, to start, to keep saying Happy New Year. So I'm not going to do that. But I thought I would ring in the new year with something that just kind of ease us into the new year. So I got a lot of good stuff that I want to go over with you guys. We'll take a trip down memory lane, okay? But before, last night, I wanted to tell you about a show I saw last night. Went to a fairly local club, and I saw Ashley Felton, previous guest on this program. She's dynamite. I mean, I have seen her a couple of times, but the first time I saw her, it was purely acoustic. This was with the full band, and it was great. She was absolutely dynamite, and she played her, she obviously did some covers, but she played her new stuff as well, and her original stuff too. And man, she just knocked it out of the park. She looked good. She sounded good. The crowd was into her. So she was great. And Catherine and I, we had just a great time last night. And if you missed that episode, just go back a couple of clicks, you know, and give it a listen, give it a watch, whatever it is. It's Ashley Felton. She's dynamite. She's just great, just a great young lady, and I hope that she's got a very bright future in the music business. I really, she's got something. She really does. She really has something. And Catherine and I, we're just like big cheerleaders for her. We just want nothing but the best for her. She's just such a sweet young lady. So yeah, go check it out. And then, you know, you guys, you know, you can download her stuff. She's got her original music on, I know it's on Apple Music. I'm sure it's on Spotify and some of the other streaming platforms. So just check it out. It's Ashley Felton. Check out her stuff. All right. That's it. Enough said. Let's just dive right into this. Let me make myself a note really quick here. Let's see. Let me do something here real fast so I don't forget. I don't want to do it just yet. All right. Boom. All right. Made my note. So let's dive into this. How about that? And like I said, we're going to just, actually, it's really not a dive. It's more like dipping our toes in the water, getting into 2026 here. But it's fun. You guys know I like my pop music. You know, I like my top 40, all that good stuff. So here's what I thought I'd do. I would run down the top 40 Billboard songs from the first week of January 1980. Yeah, let's go way back. First week of a new decade. All right. Okay. So I made some notes here. Some will be a little longer than others, but nonetheless, here it is. Let's have some fun. I haven't been in the studio for a little bit, and I can't get myself situated here. I'm just all over the place. So, but I'll do the best I can. All right. So sorry for those of you who are watching me fumble through everything here. At least if you're listening in the car or something, you know, on your AirPods or whatever, you don't have to see any of this. Okay. So first week of January 1980. Let's open up with song number 40. This is song number 40 on the Billboard Hot 100. And that song is Forever Mine from the OJs. It's from their 13th album, Identify. It reaches number 4 on the R&B chart, and it peaks at number 28 on the Hot 100. It's a good song. It's kind of a comeback. It's the OJs. I think they hadn't had a record out or a song on the charts for, I think it was like 7 or 8 years at that point. So this is a bit of a comeback for them. At number 39, I'd Rather Leave While I'm in Love by Rita Coolidge. Now, I like some Rita Coolidge. I wasn't real familiar with this song. I kind of remember it going way back when. It was another bit of a comeback. It reaches number 3 on the adult contemporary chart. Remember, there's a chart for everything. But it only it only tops the top 40 at number 38. So we see it one position away from that. So it's really not going too far. At number 38, this one's a really cool one. Train Train from Blackfoot. Blackfoot's kind of I don't want to say it's an offshoot of Lynyrd Skynyrd if you're unfamiliar, but Ricky Medlock, one of the guitar players in Lynyrd Skynyrd, this was his band, and I left Skynyrd for a period of time, started up Blackfoot. So it's that Southern rock. This is a really good one. It's written by Ricky's grandfather, Shorty Medlock, but it peaks right here. It stalls at number 38. So it goes no further. But check it out. Here's what I want you to do. All right, we're only 3 songs into this, but here's what I want you to do. Get a pen and paper. All right, you can hit pause And you can go get a pen and paper right now. Start jotting these down and put your own playlist together, because this is some dynamite stuff. It truly is. There's gonna there's just so much like gold in this top 40 list here. It's great. Absolutely great. All right. Moving along, number 37, Rapper's Delight by the Sugarhill Gang. Oh, I love this song so much. I love this song. It's so good. This was basically the introduction of rap music to a wider audience. You know, it was in the dance clubs a little bit in the late 70s, like in the New York area. And yeah, this was such a good song, and there's so much involved in it as well. The a lot of the music is it's a couple of different tracks, but primarily it's Good Times from Chic, and I believe that song had come out the year previous. And so Nile Rodgers, when he heard that, I mean, he appreciated it, but he went after the guys, and so they kind of had to cut a deal to where he'd get some of the publishing on it. Whatever, it's okay. It's all good. It's a great song. You guys know that one. It is so good. And it's just so fun. And to me, like this is like my rap music. This is rap music here. Not a lot of that stuff that you hear today. And I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to go down that road. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Especially if you are my audience, you know what I'm talking about. So this one's at number 37 this week. It's got one more spot to go till it hits its peak. At number 36 is Rotation by Herb Alpert. Now, I know the track, and if you guys know Herb Alpert, he's an instrumentalist. Everything he does is pretty much all instrumental. Big time. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. But I just wasn't as familiar with this song, and then I started looking some things up, and it actually here it sits at number 36, but it peaked at number 1 on the chart for 2 weeks in a row in 1979. So here at this point, you see it's making its way back down the chart. Number 35 is Romeo's Tune from Steve Forbert. Now, some of you guys are probably like, who's Steve Forbert? Well, he basically had like 2 albums and he was kind of done. But this was his one big hit that he had. It reached number 11, and it's from the album Jackrabbit Slim. It's a song about like fading away from the world, and into the arms of your lover. It's funny. It's called Romeo's Tune, but the song title never appears once in the song lyrics at all. So, but it's a good one. I do like it. And remember, this is 1980, and it's the first week of 1980. So all of this stuff here was released in 1979 at some point. And I'll get into it a little bit, and you're going to get to see the difference in the charts then as opposed to now, and how music was so different, how the music business and radio and all that was so different than it is now. But so Steve Forbert, he's at number 35 right now. At number 34, we see Heartache Tonight from the Eagles. Now, this one was released September 18th, 1979. It peaks at number 1. It hits that peak position on November the 10th of 79. So from its release, you see, I mean, it makes a quick climb to number 1 on the chart. And it just, it's a really cool song. If you guys are fans of the Eagles, it's, from the Long Run album. It's kind of a party country rock groove. So it's just a really good one. Glenn Frey does the lead vocals on it. I like it. I really like the song a lot. Long Run's a great album. So, but you see it right now, making its way back down the chart from its number one position. At number 33, half the way from Crystal Gale. Now, you guys know Crystal Gale. If you don't, you should remember when I explain who Crystal Gale is. She's a country artist, a real pretty woman, hair like past her waist, like almost to the like backs of her knees is how long her hair was back then. And I even saw stuff from her, I don't know, maybe within the last 10 years, and her hair was still that long. Amazing, but great voice. And honestly, way bigger than I even thought. This song here, it peaks at number 15. It was released in September of 79. It peaks at number 15. So it's kind of coming back down the chart right now. It's AC leaning, which like adult contemporary. But like I said, she was way bigger than I thought she was. I mean, I knew she was pretty big, but no, way bigger. I was looking her up, and just the number of singles. She probably, between the 70s and the 80s, she must have had close to 100 singles released. It doesn't mean they're all number ones or anything, like even top 10s, but she was huge in the country world for sure. Now it's kind of the point I'm just trying to make, but yeah, she was big time. And you guys remember that duet she did with Eddie Rabbitt? I think it was around 1982, Just You and I. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, at number 32, Pop Music from M. Now, I like this song a lot. It's kind of new wave, techno, synth pop, a little funkiness to it as well. It actually hit number one in November of 79. November the 8th of 79. It hit number one. It's just a real interesting, cool song. It's the artist M, he's a British artist. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. But the lyrics are real, just goofy. I don't want to say goofy. They are unique. And there was like one line. It's eeny, meeny, miny, mo, whichever way you want to go. Talk about pop music. Talk about pop music. So stuff like that. But it's really cool. It's kind of bouncy a little bit too. Number 31. I hope you guys are jotting these down. Jot them down. All right. Number 31 is Yes, I'm Ready from Terry DeSario and KC from KC and the Sunshine Band. This is a cover of an old Barbara Mason tune from 15 years prior, 1965. Right now, we see it's making its way up the chart. So it's climbing right now, and it's going to reach a peak position of number 2, and it's going to stay there for 2 weeks. That will be in March of 1980. So it's got a little ways to go till it gets there. What's funny is KC was producing this. He was like high school friends with Terry DeSario, and she was working on an album. Neil Bogart, the president of Casablanca Records, her record company, he had signed her to his record company or his record label. But so Casey's producing it, and Neil liked that song a lot, so wanted Terry to do it, but he recommended that it be presented as a duet. So that's where that idea came from. And if you're not familiar, but some of you will be familiar out there, what's the connection with Neil Bogart? I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Okay. As I said, Neil Bogart, president, Casablanca Records. There were a lot of artists on Casablanca Records, but I've said this before at some point. All roads lead back to Kiss, because that was Kiss's record label. And of course, Neil was president back then too. So yeah, just had to throw that out there. At number 30, Chiquitita, which means I think like pretty little girl or something like that, beautiful little girl. That's from ABBA. It's a really good song. It's got some Latin flavor to it as well. Well, it should, right? I mean, it's a Spanish word. It was released in January of 1979, but in the US, it wasn't released until October of that year. And unfortunately, this song, and like I said, I think it's dynamite, and ABBA is a fantastic group. I don't want to call them a full-on band, but the two men, or like former ex-husbands, they do play instruments, but a tremendous vocal group, great voices, great harmonies, and they did write some tremendous stuff. So, and I did like this one. So it was kind of sad to see it stalling at number 29. At number 29, this one is Deja Vu from Dionne Warwick. It was released in November of 79. And so at this point, it's still climbing up the charts. It will tap out though. It will tap out at number 15. The music was written by Isaac Hayes, the lyrics by Adrian Anderson, and the song was produced by Barry Manilow. Good stuff. And it was a bit of a, I don't want to really say a comeback, kind of, sort of. It was a comeback of sorts for Dionne, but a good song, and it was the second single from this album. The one prior was, what's the title? I think it's I Know I'll Never Love This Way Again, something like that. At number 28, Third Time Lucky from Foghat. This is just a ballady song of some of sorts. It definitely, it's not that hard bluesy rock that you come to expect from Foghat. And at this point in 1980, they're kind of on the downside of their heyday. They've already had several lineup changes, and but I didn't go back and do any of this research, but I can tell you in the 80s, this was the only top 40 song that they had. Number 27, Damned If I Do from the Alan Parsons Project. It's one of the band's minor hits by their standards. It hits its peak like right here at 27. It doesn't go any higher than this before it starts moving back down the chart. It's a good song. I do like it. Certainly the Alan Parsons Project has put out some great material over the years, and certainly far better than this, but I do like this song. Moving along to number 20, what is it? Number 26. So good. Take the Long Way Home by Supertramp. It's the fourth single from the Breakfast in America album, the biggest album in the band's catalog. It was a huge album. And Supertramp were on the rise before they released Breakfast in America. They were rising. They had a lot of traction, a lot of popularity, and then released Breakfast in America and just blew up. And what stinks so much is that for a lot of bands, not all of them, but there's a lot of bands that when they hit that moment where they just, for lack of a better term, they just blow up. Well, then like ego start getting in the way, and personalities start just I don't know. All of a sudden, people can't get along. Let's put it that way. And that was the case with Supertramp. And the division came between Roger Hodgson and Rick Davies. So, and they were the two primary songwriters, and they were like co-lead singers as well. But they were still good at this point. And Breakfast in America was the biggest album of their career. This is a great song. It's a nice bouncy song. It's about it's about the journey of self-discovery, and it peaks at number 10. So it gets up there pretty good. At number 25, Sarah from the Tusk album. That is Fleetwood Mac. Now, this is a really, really good song. But there's conflicting stories of the writing or the origin of this song, from like unborn children to infidelity. But who knows? Who knows? Now, eventually, the song will break the top 10, and it'll peak at number 7. Good song though. Number 24, Don't Let Go by Isaac Hayes. Now, I just mentioned him a short while ago, right? This is a good funky song. And Isaac Hayes, that deep voice, just a really cool one. It was released in August of 1979. So right now you see it starting to drop back from its peak position of number 18. At number 23, Wait for Me from Hall & Oates. It's from the album Ecstatic. It reaches a high of 18. In my opinion, I think the better version is the live version from their 1983 Greatest Hits package. It was called Rock and Soul Part 1. I really like that. And in that live version, you get to hear Daryl Hall. You get to hear a lot of his vocal range. He does a really, really good job with that. Good song. At number 22, another great song. I mean, come on. So far, there's some gems in here. And as we climb higher, I think you'll see it just gets better and better. But at number 22, Don't Do Me Like That from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It's the first single off the Damn the Torpedoes album. This was actually my exposure to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I remember for Christmas 1979, brother Jim bought albums for my brother Chuck, or our brother Chuck, and I. And Jim bought me Molly Hatchet's, what was it? I think it was Flirtin' with Disaster. And he bought Chuck, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Damn the Torpedoes. And though I loved the cover of Flirtin' with Disaster, I thought it was a dynamite album cover. Molly Hatchet had some great album covers. I always turned to the Tom Petty album, and I played that thing all the time. Chuck didn't play it. I played it. That was my first exposure. I guess I thought it was like a debut album for Tom Petty, but it wasn't. And it's a good song. That whole album, Damn the Torpedoes, is fantastic. It really, really is, from start to finish. So good. It at this point here, it's still climbing the chart, and it will reach its peak position of number 10 on the Hot 100. So, but good stuff. Good stuff. I think my favorite song on that album is Here Comes My Girl. I think that one's my favorite song. That's so good. So good. It's kind of an album track, but man, that one's a killer one. All right, at number 21, this one is another duet. Two top female artists at this time. They're at the top of their game. It's No More Tears, and in parentheses, Enough is Enough. It's a collaboration with, I shouldn't say collaboration. It's a duet with Barbra Streisand and Donna Summer. And the song actually was huge song. It entered the Hot 100. Now remember the Hot 100, okay? 100 songs. It enters the Hot 100 chart at number 59. Skips over everything, hits the chart at number 59 on October the 20th, 1979. And it skyrockets. And I literally mean skyrockets to number 1 by November. It hits number 1 in November. So in less than a month, it climbs an additional 58 spots to number 1 on the chart. What's kind of unique about it, though, it's featured on albums from both of these women. The Wet album from Barbra Streisand and the Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2 from Donna Summer. I think that's kind of different. You don't see that too often. At number 20, You're Only Lonely from J.D. Souther. Now, you may or may not recognize the name. Well, not everybody is a geek like me, but you certainly know his voice. You know his music. You should know this song, especially if you're like my age. It's a good song. It's his only top 10 on the Hot 100. It peaks at number 7. It was released in August of 79. And so right now it's making its way back down the chart. But here's the cool thing is you see the staying power of some of these songs. And that's why I kind of bring up when they're released, because a song would enter the chart and, it might only move 1 or 2 positions, 3 positions one week. And then the next week it makes a tremendous jump. And then maybe a couple positions the next week. Songs would creep their way up. But even if they didn't creep their way up, there were some weeks where they would hold their position from week to week. And then they would start climbing again. And that's just how music was. That's how radio was back then. There was, like I said, there was staying power with this stuff. It stayed on the charts. It didn't just enter the chart 1 week and then 3 weeks later it's gone, never to be seen again, like a lot of albums do these days. You'll get albums from artists, they pre-sell them. They push the pre-sell, and they'll enter the chart at number 1, number 2, whatever it is. And then 3 weeks later, you can't even find them anymore. They're not on the chart. And that's the way it was that's the way a lot of this stuff is with singles. But back then, it just wasn't like that, man. Something would stay on the chart forever. A lot of this stuff did. Not everything. Because there was just some stuff that just came and went. And it was unfortunate because some of it was still really good. But, and J.D. Souther he worked with so many. He was kind of one of those, I guess I've talked about it before, the California sound, like Jackson Browne, the Eagles, J.D. Souther, kind of just a laid back sound, even to a certain extent, a little bit like, even like Kenny Loggins too. But these guys all worked together. They all were co-writing. They were collaborating. This guy was singing on this guy's stuff and back and forth. And I think on this particular song, you had guys like Glenn Frey, Don Felder, Don Henley, Jackson Browne, like singing background vocals and maybe playing a little bit on this song. And JD would do the same. In fact, I think it was like the next year, JD and James Taylor had a big hit with, what was it? Oh, doggone it. What was it? Something about you. Oh, this Your Town. Is it Your Town or Her Town? Something like that. Doggone it. Can't think really quick on the fly like this, but this is Her Town. This is Your Town. This is My Town. Something like that. Anyway, it's about a breakup. It is. Um, but it's a good song too. All right. So moving along at number 19, I Want You Tonight. I want you tonight. That's the line in the first line in the chorus from Pablo Cruz. Unfortunately for Pablo Cruz, it peaks right here at number 19. It's from the album Part of the Game. It's a good song. It's not my favorite Pablo Cruz song, but it is a good song. It's a good up tempo yacht rock song. I do like me some Pablo Cruz though. I really do. I think What You Gonna Do, that might be my favorite, or what's that other one? Doggone it. I can't remember. It came like a couple years later than I think around 1981 or 82. Anyway, but Pablo Cruz stalling at number 19. All right. So at number 18, this is it from, brought him up just a minute ago, Kenny Loggins from the album Keep the Fire. It will reach number 11 on the Hot 100. It's co-written by Michael McDonald and all these guys. Again, Michael McDonald's another one. All these guys are contributing on each other's albums and songs, co-writing, playing, all that stuff. So Michael McDonald co-writes this song. He also contributes some additional vocals to the track. And you can hear Michael McDonald's voice is so it's just so recognizable. Yeah, you can't miss it at all. He can't get away from himself, really. Sorry, I'm getting a little dry. Let me take a sip real quick. All right. I've been talking a lot. Dead air is always good, isn't it? Please. All right. Number 17. Oh, I love this song. It is so good. So good. I Want to Be Your Lover from Prince. Yes, Prince. It's from his second album. This album is self-titled. At this point right now, the song is still climbing up the chart, and it will peak at number 11. It'll stay there for 2 weeks before slowly making its way back down. But it is such a good song. If you're unfamiliar, go check it out. It's like all sung in falsetto. It's great. And I just think you guys would really dig it. And I do like 1999. I like that album. I like the music on that. Purple Rain as well. It's not that. It's so good though. So good. At number 16, again, love this song. It's Jane from Jefferson Starship. It's from the album Freedom at Point Zero. This is the debut of Mickey Thomas as the lead singer in Jefferson Starship. At this point, Grace Slick, she bows out when I think Marty Ballin left also. And she comes back. I think she only steps away for this album. She comes back on the next one. But this is a really nice debut for Mickey Thomas. And if you're familiar with Mickey's voice, it's a high voice. It's a strong voice. It is really good. And this is a killer song with killer guitars in it. It's one of my favorite Jefferson Starship songs. It is one of my absolute favorite Jefferson Starship songs. And every time I hear this song, I have to crank it. I mean, I have to turn it up to 11. So it's just that it's that good. But It's at 16 right now this week in 1980, and it will creep up 2 more spots, and then that's where it's gonna stay. At number 15, Better Love Next Time from Dr. Hook. Now this one reaches number 12, so it's 3 spots away from that peak on the Hot 100. It's good for soft rock. It's I don't hate it. There's other stuff from Dr. Hook, and I don't go deep into Dr. Hook, but there's other stuff from Dr. Hook that I probably like a little bit better than this one. But, it's there. And so if I'm putting a playlist together of this stuff, it's got to go there. It has to go on the playlist. So don't scratch it off. Don't refuse to write it down. Make sure you're jotting it down, and you're going to add it to your first week of January 1980 playlist. Let's see. Oh, so good. So good. Number 14, Head Games from Foreigner. It's the second. You guys know I love Foreigner. You know I love my Foreigner. It's the second single from the album of the same name. It's right here at 14. It's sitting right here at its peak position. It is so good. It really Lou Gramm really gets to demonstrate his awesome ability as a lead singer. He was just one of the best, absolutely one of the best in his heyday. And so good. And a good album. Go back. I don't know what episode it is, but go back in my catalog or my library and look at watch the episode or listen to the episode where I rank all of the Foreigner studio albums. Okay. All right. Get it done. That's your homework. At number 13, The Long Run from the Eagles. It's the title track. It's the second single, and at this point, it's making its way up the chart. While we saw Heartache Tonight making its way down, but The Long Run is going to reach a number 8 position. It's the album itself it's a great album coming off the heels of putting out one of the biggest selling albums of all time in Hotel California. So but it's a great album. And what I guess what kind of makes it or what's kind of interesting about the greatness of the album is the fact that the band themselves, they're imploding when they're recording this album. When they're writing and recording, they're just coming apart at the seams. And then which is evident because right after the tour they break up. So to put out a great album and then you tour and then it's it, you call it quits. They did a pretty good job. Number 12. So good. It's Cruisin' from Smokey Robinson. Yes. Released in August of 1979. At this point here at number 12, it's coming off of its peak position at number 4. Again, you see, released in August. We're now in the first week of January, and it's just outside the top 10 on its way back down. So that's kind of what my point that I'm trying to make here with how music was back then, and with radio and the top 40 charts and all that. Just incredible stuff. It really, really was. And this song here, go listen to it, please. Just go. You're going to add it to your playlist anyway, but go listen to it. And then you got to just listen to those lyrics. I listened to those lyrics. They're Smokey, so good. Smokey. Thank you, Smokey. But this song just like makes me want to close my eyes and like I picture myself driving this big convertible bomb. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about big convertible like Oldsmobile or Chevy Impala or a Pontiac, something like big old bomb, 64, 65, 66, right in that area, right in that range there. Top down. I got my best girl sitting right next to me on the bench seat. It's, and listening to this stuff. Oh, so good. It's like music is played for love. Cruisin is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. So good. So good. We're almost there at number 11. Another fantastic song. Cool Change from the Little River Band. It's the second single released from their album First Under the Wire. It's going to reach number 10, so we've got one more spot to go. And lead singer Glenn Shirok, he just gives a very passionate performance on this. And what I've always appreciated about Little River Band is their harmonies. Their harmonies are just out of sight. They're out of sight, and this is a really, really cool song. You gotta go check it out. You're gonna have it on your playlist, so there you go. Okay, so that's Cool Change from Little River Band. All right, we're breaking the top 10. Top 10, going fast. I love it. All right, We Don't Talk Anymore from Cliff Richard. Some of you might be saying, Cliff, who? Who's Cliff? This song reaches number 7 on the Hot 100, and it's a good song. I like it. Oh, I know. Cliff Richard. Okay. What's it? Devil Woman from like 2 years prior to this. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. You know what I'm talking about? Beware the devil woman. She's gonna get you. Okay. You probably know that one. Anyway, this is Cliff's number 1 selling single worldwide. Sold like over 4 million copies. And Cliff, I didn't know this. I mean, I found it out obviously like in the early 80s, but I didn't know it at the time. He was a British artist. And though his career was not as big here in the United States, he did have some big hits. He really did. And he still had even after this one, he had I think maybe 2 or 3 more top 40 hits. In fact, I think they were all top 20 hits. But Cliff Richard was enormous in the UK. Enormous. And I mean, he was, as far as like record sales and all that, he's number 3 behind Elton John. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Elton John. The Beatles and Elvis. That's it. That's how big Cliff Richard was. Huge. And this was, I wonder if I talked about it. I know I had to have. This was the number 6 video played on MTV when they made their debut on August 1st, 1981. I have to go back through my notes and see if I made that mention. At number 9, great song, Ladies Night from Kool and the Gang. It's peaking. Its peak position is number 8, so it's 1 away from that spot. And it stays at number 8 for 3 weeks. But what else can you say about this song? Everyone knows this song. It began it began a movement in the clubs and the bars where half price drinks for women, no cover charge for women, that kind of stuff. It was, ladies' night, and you got all this stuff going on for you. So it just, yeah, it started all kinds of stuff like that. So, but it's a great song anyway. But it's just kind of funny how a song could do that. Yeah, it's ladies' night. Um, I remember I only saw Kool and the Gang perform once, but I saw them open for Van Halen. Yeah, that's a bill, right? It was on so it was back in whatever, like 2010, 2011, something like that, when they toured for A Different Kind of Truth. And they took Kool and the Gang out to open the shows. Cool Kool and the Gang, like, they tore the roof down on the arena. They were that good. It was so, so good. I honestly think they were better than Van Halen. And I love Van Halen, so, but anyway, at number eight, Coward of the County from Kenny Rogers. You guys know that one. It's another one of Kenny's many big time crossover hits. This started a couple years prior. It's from his self-titled album. The song reaches number 3. It's a great song. It's a great story. And you guys know I just love me some Kenny. Just love me some Kenny Rogers. At number 7, still from the Commodores. It's another smash hit. This one is still working its way up to number 1. This one will reach number 1. Lionel Richie has always been a great songwriter and always a master balladeer. And this song he doesn't miss with this one. Doesn't miss at all. At number 6, Babe from Styx. It's it actually spends 2 weeks in the number 1 position in December of 79. So it's slowly making its way back down now. It's written and sung by Dennis DeYoung. If you guys are unfamiliar, he wrote the song and sung this song as a birthday gift to his wife. He actually didn't want it to be on the album. He had to be convinced by J.Y. Young and Tommy Shaw to put it on the album. And, good thing that they were able to convince him, because the song goes number 1. So good decision by all, right? So now we reach the top 5. Here we go. At number 5, good stuff. Do That to Me One More Time from Captain and Tennille. This song was written by Tony Tennille. She wrote it as a message to her husband, and actually he didn't even get it. He didn't even know the lyrics to the song at the time of its recording and all that. But at this point here, it's spending 27 weeks on the Hot 100. It's still making its way up the charts, and it will hit its top spot at number 2. It will peak at number 2, where it I don't know how many weeks it spent at number 2, but it's a few short weeks from that peak. You just got to listen to, fellas, listen to the lyrics. That's all I'm telling you, okay? Listen to the lyrics, fellas, and learn, okay? Take heed. At number 4, Send One Your Love from Stevie Wonder. It's dropping 1 spot from its peak position. This one is it's just basically an old-fashioned love song, like straight from the heart, straight from the corazon, It's a good one. It's not my favorite Stevie Wonder song. I do like the song though. I don't know. I think, like, that girl from 1982, that's a really good one. That is a really, really good one. And there's, oh shoot. Um, what is it? I ain't gonna stand for it. Yeah. I think that's that. And that's a really killer one too. Like the full version is like 10 minutes on that one. But anyway, so good one at number 4. Send One Your Love from Stevie Wonder. Number 3, Rock With You from Michael Jackson. It's from the Off the Wall album. This one eventually makes it to number 1. It stays at number 1 for 4 weeks. It's a great song. It's from a great album. I think it's Michael's next best album behind Thriller. I think that those two albums are just fabulous. And everybody knows, and just in case you don't, Thriller has sold like 74 million copies worldwide, something like that. But let me see. I think it was the Bad album has sold about 11 million copies. Off the Wall is about 10 million. It's obviously going to be a little bit more than 10 million, but how incredible is that? We've talked about it in the past. Diamond albums, which are albums that sell 10 million copies or more. How about having 3? First off, an artist would just probably kill to sell 1 million copies. All right. But back in the 70s and 80s, you would fall out of bed and sell 1 million copies. Okay. So it just happened because we consumed music so differently. But 3 10 million selling albums, that's phenomenal for any one artist. That's just crazy to think about. So I really like that album. Such a good album. All right, at number 2, Escape, the Pina Colada song from Rupert Holmes. It's off its peak at this point of number 1, which was in December of 1979. It's the final number 1 song of the 70s. No more number 1 songs in the 70s. That's the last one. It's a catchy, fun song. And it's just like, it's become such a big, huge part of like pop culture. Everyone knows that song. It's good. It's such a good song. It really, really is. I think I read somewhere that Rupert Holmes, he originally wrote the line at the hook. Start again. The first line of the hook is, "If you like pina colada." He originally had written it as, "If you like Humphrey Bogart." If you like Humphrey Bogart, getting caught in the rain. It goes, but it doesn't go. So he thought to himself, I guess previously he had written about, he had used movie stars and that kind of thing, celebrities in his music. So he was like, yeah, I can't do that again. So change it to Pina Colada, and bam, there it is. It probably wouldn't have been a number 1 song if it had been, the Escape, the Humphrey Bogart song. Yeah, I don't think that was going to work. So that one is off its peak of number 1 at number 2. Slips back 1 spot. So what is number 1? Here we go. Number 1 is Please Don't Go from Casey and the Sunshine Band. It sits in the top spot for 1 week. That's it. Just this 1 week. And I like it. It's a really good song. I think I may have told you guys a while back that I went to see Casey and the Sunshine Band live. This was 3 years ago. And son of a gun, it was so good. Casey was, a little bit heavier than I remember, but he was like 70 years old at the time, but dancing, playing behind his keyboard. It was all live, all real, sounded great, had dancers, singers, musicians all on the stage. Everybody, I mean, probably had 12 people on the stage. You don't put 12 people on the stage when you're playing to tracks. You don't do that. It was great. It was great. I would love to see Casey and the Sunshine Band. But at this point, what's funny is they have a number one song and the band like breaks up right after this. And Casey goes and embarks on a solo career. So go figure, right? Remember, we're talking about success and what it does to bands. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So there you go. That's your top 40 for the first week of January 1980. Told you we would just kind of ease into 2026. You know what? I have like two more top 40s that I could do because I love them. They're awesome. I should share them with you so you can put playlists together, but I don't know. I don't think it makes for I don't think it makes for great content week after week after week. So, kind of have to spread it out. But this is fantastic stuff. Fantastic. Before I get you out of here, I want you guys I'm going to plug this. Next week, I'm going to have a young artist on the podcast. Her name is Marissa Fullenkamp. Okay, it's Marisa Fullen, Fullenkamp, Fullenkamp. She's a kind of a pop alternative folk. I don't like the term folk. Americana artist. She plays her own stuff or plays her own instruments. She writes her own songs. She's great. She's got a wonderful voice. So she'll be on next week. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. Yeah. So I'll see if I can get her to, I don't know, bust out a guitar and play something. That would be fun. So we'll see if we can get that to happen again. Anyways, all right. We're done. Thank you guys so much for being here. Before I let you go, you guys know the drill. This program is available wherever you get your podcast. Just search the Ben Maynard program. Boom, it's right there. Go with it, please. Subscribe to it. Download it. Share it with all your people. And give me a 5-star rating too. But if you're watching on YouTube because you can't resist all this right here, and that's okay. I'm with you on that. Thank you for doing so. Subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Leave a comment on this list here. I'm interested in some of your thoughts on it. And please tell 1,000 of your family and friends. Tell 1,000 of your family and friends about the Ben Maynard program. All right? Come on. Do me a solid. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram, simply Ben Maynard Program, all one word, or on the TikTok at the Ben Maynard Program. We're out. We're done. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Ringing in 2026, just kind of easing into it, right? Easy does it. Thanks for being here, guys. I will see you next time. This is the Ben Maynard Program. Tell a friend.